Hey guys, good morning. Your friend Sebastian, Foundation 1440. Sporting the wife's glasses again, as always, guys. If you're as bad about losing and breaking glasses as I am, you just steal yours. So that's how I ended up with these, And if I take this off, I kind of look like one of those old folks that can't see, right? They got the big blinders on the side, right? But maybe if I put this back on, I just kind of look cool. So Coach Jordan says they're cool. Guys, hey, your friend Sebastian, Foundation 1440, guys, and I hope that you tune in each day and each morning just for some quick little inspirations, right? And what I do, guys, as part of my morning mantra, Miracle Morning, right, is to get up and fill my head with good stuff, right? This is how I combat all the jokers out there and the jackholes, that's what I say, right? It's not a swear word, what it is, right? That are going to come along and try to jack with our day, guys, right? So I listened to 3 different people this morning, and I'm going to share just a quick message from each one. And hopefully, and this sort of ranges all the way from us shallow folks up to the deep thinkers, right? The enlightened. And so I think there's a message in this message for everyone. So the first thing I watched this morning, guys, was just a quick piece from Simon Sinek. He's the Start With Why guy, right? Just an awesome speaker, great thinker. And he was talking about oxytocin. And if you guys know me, I'm a mindset guy, and I'm not a sagebrush and patchouli spritzing mindset guy. I'm a bag of meat, and I'm made up of chemicals and biology, right? And my body secretes chemicals, and that's where the feelings come from, which reinforce the thoughts, and the programming goes round and round, right? So I'm a the science of mindset guy, and the science of feeling good. And I like to be your hashtag joy broker, right? The science of feeling good is oxytocin. That's the chemical. It's the feel good chemical. It's the one that says, "Oh, I like this," and the warm and fuzzy, right? And Simon Sinek's just saying, you want a cheap hack to make your day better, right? In the light of the COVID nation, right? You want a cheap hack to just feel good? Well, go do something nice for somebody else with no expectations of a return, right? Just random hashtag do-goodery, right? You want to feel some joy, you want a burst of oxytocin, do something unexpected for somebody else with no expectation of a return. And what happens is it dumps oxytocin into your bloodstream, right? And you feel good, and you're like, man, I just helped that guy that fell over on the street, right? And then you're walking along and somebody says, so, right, you feel good, you help the guy in the street. The guy in the street's like, man, thank you so much, right? Everybody's got a little, and he gets a little burst of oxytocin, right? And you're walking down the street and somebody says, hey, I saw that. That was pretty cool. You helped that guy out, right? That person's getting a burst of oxytocin. And it's like the ripple effect, right? So, cheap hack, do good. Simon Sinek, love it. Oxytocin, guys, get as much of that in here as you can, right? Do goodery. Number 2 thing I watched was there's a guy named Joe Dispenza, and he's way out there on mindset, man. He's the universe feels your aura or something. He's pretty crazy. That said, he's a neuroscientist and like an astrophysicist or something like that. So he's talking about the vibrations, But what I like that he talked about, guys, is don't let the servant become the master. Sorry, it took me a second there. Don't let the servant become the master. And I'm not talking like harking back to slavery, guys, which I'm not. If you guys know me, that ain't gonna work for me. I'm not going. But and the empowerment of language. But what I am saying is that we want your mind to be the master of the body. The body is the servant to the mind, right? Because that's where it starts with the mind. And what's happening is there's so much external negativity and nasty stimulus, right? That's just getting on us, right? And you see people with their heads in their hands, and they're I probably should take these off, right? They're just bummed and depressed, and what's happening is they're becoming a servant to the master, and the master is the physical things out there pressing down on us, and we're choosing to let it stress us out and freak us out. And we really have to be purposeful about saying, no, I'm actually going to figure out and pivot in my life, in my business, in who I am, to this new thing. I'm going to have to embrace the change. And if you think it sucks, then it's embrace the suck. And we're going to take back over and let them, because it starts with the mind. If you start letting the physical things coming at you set up your mind, your mindset, you're in a hard situation, right? It has to start with the mind. Like, you get to choose how you look at all these things that are happening. And I'm so bummed for people losing their dreams. There's people dying, right? I'm not belittling this, and I'm saying it's change for all of us anyway. So what are you going to do with it? And I choose to look for the light. Where's the opportunity? How can I pivot myself and who I am, my business, my family, to skate where the puck will be? Right? The whole idea is, what's it going to look like, right? So the third thing I listened to was Gary Keller, who's just he's a self-made billionaire. He understands the macro worldwide picture better than a lot of people. Really sharp, surrounds himself with people even smarter than him. And the skate to where the puck thing came from him this morning, because we're just talking about how, because of what the federal government did and with stimulating people in the economy, we've gotten through this last 4.5, 5 months better than you might think. And it's propped up people's hope that when the doors open and we come out, that it's going to look the same. And guys, it just isn't. It's going to be a different experience, because no matter how many of us are ready to be out now and Durango's open and thriving, right, some people just aren't. And so it's going to be a mixed bag. It's going to look different, and we'd be sticking our head in a hole if we didn't know that with 11 to 20% of people unemployed, and a lot of them at the very base, like that, those are the consumers that spend, that prop up the country, and that keep us going forward. And at some point, the shoe has to drop. It's got to drop. And I'm not being a naysayer or a doomsayer, because what I want you to do is say, how's it going to drop for me? How's it going to drop where I'm at? In my business, in what I do, in who I am, and what I'm trying to do for my family. How is the shoe gonna drop? And let's skate to where the puck will be. How can I be in the sweet spot when the Piper shows up? And so it's not doomsday, guys. This will be one of the biggest redistributions of wealth out there. I want you to enjoy it and not be I want you to be the master to the servant. I don't know, the master and servant conversation, we could talk about that. We could, because, I don't know. We talk about having a servant's heart. And I hope I have that, because all I'm trying to do here, guys, is inspire you not to put your head in a hole in the sand. I want to inspire you to be like, change is coming, and I'm going to go get it, right? And I'm not going to let all the physical stuff out there just beat me down. I'm going to get up, and I'm going to get strong, and I'm going to get after it, right? And I'm probably still sweaty from working out, right? I'm going to get up and get out and I'm going to get after it, and I'm going to skate to where the puck will be, right? And when the world comes out to see what's going on, they're going to see my smiling face, right? And you can even see me smiling behind my mask, right? I'm smiling at you because I love you, and I want you to be successful, and I'm here for you guys. So, hey guys, I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you I have a few coaching spots for Tuesday. Tuesday's my coaching day, and I can systematically use a model to help you find joy and be some weirdo like me, like finding joy when the world is crumbling. Hit me up, guys.